please someone find him. This moment is devastating because Stitch, despite his best efforts to change and belong, is repeatedly rejected by Nani, by Davide, by Mr. Bubbles, and society at large. Now, Lilo didn't outright reject him, but she did put a condition to him staying, which was to be good. And that can feel just as bad as rejection, to be honest. So with each rejection, he internalizes the belief that he simply doesn't belong anywhere and that he needs to find a place where he'll be accepted all on his own. No help comes his way. That's why after he calls out, "I'm lost," he looks around searching for something or someone to anchor him. What makes this moment particularly heartbreaking is that Stitch has tried. Yet despite all his effort, nobody around him seems to truly notice or try to reach out. This is a painfully familiar experience for many of you going through this self-development journey. It is unfair to work this hard and to not be noticed, but remember, the prize for self-development is not approval. It isn't even community, it's the reward of being self-sufficient. That's why the process requires you to thrive in silence. Expecting external validation for your self-development is like planting a tree and expecting applause when you water it. The real reward is for you to watch it grow, not for others to watch you watering it. That can be mighty boring, actually. Good morning, little fella. Oh. Look at his eyes, he's so hopeful.
Don't run. Don't make me shoot you.
Dude.
You're expensive.
Excuse me?
Yes. Yes, that's it. Come quietly.
Are you insane? No.
Waiting.
For what?
For someone with empathy.
Family.
Ah, you don't have one. I made you.
Okay, can you deliver it more gently, please?
I could.
You're built to destroy. You can never belong.
He has decided, I guess. Don't tell me what to
Now
do!
come quietly, and we will take you apart.
What? How about no? Don't run? Man, look at Stitch's eyes. They are killing me. Man, look at him. He's hoping someone has come to make him feel like he belongs. And instead, his creator shows up holding a gun and treating him like an object rather than a creature with feelings. This is yet another cry for help that goes unnoticed. That's why when they say, just reach out for help, yeah, that's not that easy. Stitch is trying one last time to understand where he belongs, where his family is, only to be told there's nobody else like him. He was created with a clear purpose and he has no say in the matter, despite it being his own experience and him having to live with the consequences of actions he supposedly cannot control. His own creator tells him he will never belong. Can you understand how world-shattering that is? This moment mirrors how in real life, caregivers often reject and neglect parts of us that interfere with their desire to control our behaviors. As children, we're often reprimanded for saying no, for setting boundaries, for expressing emotions like anger, or even demanding justice, just like Stitch. Jumba doesn't even stop to consider that Stitch might have changed or that he could. He doesn't even notice that the way he is reacting is different, which in itself indicates change. Instead, he rigidly dictates how things are without even asking about Stitch's experience, basically. He assumes he knows better, which is how many parents deal with their child's shadow self, by shutting it down without understanding it. The comment, "come quietly and we'll take you apart," illustrates the cruelty that some parents display expecting obedience from their children even when it causes them harm. We can see how much we appreciate obedience over self-development in society.
Lilo.
It's not really a good morning, is it?
I didn't hear you get up. Baby, what's wrong?
Stitch left.
Really?
It's good as
Nani doesn't
home.
know what to think about it,
He didn't want to be here anyway.
but she's so
You
sad.
don't need him.
Right. Self-deception be like.
Sometimes you try your hardest, but things don't work out the way you want them to. Sometimes things have to change, and maybe sometimes they're for the better, even if...
Now, Lilo's statement can be seen as her trying to convince herself that she's better off without her shadow. This is a classic moment of self-deception, in my opinion, where she's attempting to bury her true emotions, hoping that will fix the situation and that in this way, things can stay as they are without having to change. I find Nani's response perfect. She's not only comforting Lilo, but also modeling a healthy approach to loss and disappointment, showing that while it hurts, it's okay to accept that things may change and that things change may eventually lead to something better, even if it's hard to see in the moment. In a way, she's saying to Lilo, no matter how much you try to control or suppress aspects of who you are, life will still have its challenges, and sometimes things won't go as planned. A wonderful lesson in acceptance.
Nani!
David!
Davide?
found your job.
You what?
Old man Kuakini's store. But we
when-
gotta hurry.
Oh!
Wow.
okay.
How? When?
Lilo?
Davide comes to the rescue, guys.
You can just date me and we'll call it even.
There are so many things that this scene says. First, David is obviously the absolute best. I don't know when or how this man has found her a job because they just woke up. Like, Davide, ma come fai? I find that he signifies the importance of external support during times of struggle. Nani has been overwhelmed with responsibilities, trying to balance caring for Lilo while keeping their family together, and David's gesture shows how critical it is to have people in your corner who can lift some of that burden. Which brings me to my next point. David could have never have presented this opportunity if Nani wouldn't have been honest about her struggles. This reminds me of the importance of surrounding yourself with people that you can be honest with. And last thing, what I love most about David is that even when he's literally saving them, he does so by not centering himself as a savior. He doesn't present himself as a solution to their problems. Instead, he offers something concrete, a path forward. This is like someone giving you the tools to rebuild rather than swooping in and doing it for you. It's empowering, not overbearing. But I have to say his later comment of "you can date me and call it even" isn't the most charming, though depending on your humor, it can be seen as cute. There's a switch of scenes.
Stitch?
Yup.
What is it?
Oh my god, why is he so cute?
Oh, hiding behind your little friend won't work anymore. I tell you, we got fired this morning.
All right, so now they can actually hurt her. Damn, that's a good catch.
You ain't nothing but...
What are we gonna do?
So in this scene, Stitch initially uses her to protect himself, acting out of habit or fear. However, when Jumba reveals they've been fired and no longer follow the rules, Stitch realizes Lilo is no longer protected by society's boundaries, like represented in this case by Jumba. In a significant shift, Stitch chooses to protect her instead, showing his emotional growth and deepening bond with Lilo. Amazing what self-acceptance can do, huh? This moment can be seen as a metaphor for shadow integration. While Stitch isn't fully integrated yet, his choice to defend rather than use Lilo marks a key step in the journey. It's also a reminder that even a suppressed shadow can rise to defend the self and those it cares about, not through blind instinct, but through a growing sense of connection and loyalty.
Seems I've overestimated Jumba and Blinkley.
Jumba and
Implicitly, girl.